and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Tracy and I just make videos on just my life and everything I'm sort of getting up to at the moment. And in this video we're going to be rejuvenating a bunch of fruit trees that I have in grow bags and pots. It's a lovely sunny day in winter here in Christchurch and I have, I think, 18 fruit trees that have been languishing in pots for the last, well, actually their entire life, but since I moved here about 8 months ago, they've basically been neglected and the weeds have taken over. They're looking quite spindly. So today we're going to tackle that. I'm going to move them from where they are at the moment. You can probably just see a few of them behind me. They're being spaced out by these pittosporums, which will grow a lot more over the summer, so I do need to move them, give them more space. I have 7 peach and nectarine trees, about 5 apple trees, an apricot, 2 limes, a lemon, a fig, and a mandarin. So it's quite a good variety, but they didn't produce very well last year, so we're going to try and fix that this year. I'm going to give them a lot of tender loving care. The first thing we're going to do is spray them with copper. The buds should be opening soon on the peach and nectarine trees, so we need to get onto that. Generally dwarf trees are quite badly susceptible to peach leaf curl, and I've had it every year, so I really want to get on top of that and spray them with copper and hope that we limit the damage this year. Once that's done, we're going to move them to different areas around the house. I have a few spots earmarked around the sides of the house where I want the peach, the nectarine, the apricots, and the apple trees to go. I'm not quite sure about the others just yet, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Then once that's done, we're going to de-weed the pots, fill them with some compost and fertilizer, and then top them all with some pea straw. And I think that's probably all we'll get up to today. I also have some blueberries and strawberry plants that I picked up the other day from Bunnings, so I'd like to plant those as well. And then later on we'll have to set up some irrigation, but I don't think we'll get to that today. So I'll take you out now and give you a tour of the garden as it stands now, show you the state of the trees, what we're working with, and then we'll get stuck in. So you can see here I've got a lime tree and it is just full of weeds, including catnip, which my cat loves. She tends to sit in here and just rub herself against the tree. But you can see I've got some more limes, lemons and mandarins, and they're just full of weeds. I actually have a spare grow bag that's just growing weeds at the moment, so I might transplant one of my other trees that's in a pot at the moment into there. But then we have an apricot and a peach or a nectarine there and a few apple trees, columnar apples. And here we have actually the best performer. This is a Liberty apple, and you wouldn't believe it looking at how thin these branches are, but it's actually been loaded up with apples in the past, although it didn't perform last year, so we'll see if it performs this year. And then we'll just have a few more peaches and nectarines full of weeds. Here we have some winter roses, which are doing pretty well considering the state they were in earlier this year. I have a wee strawberry bed, a blueberry, some sage and rosemary, a couple more trees in the back there, star jasmine, lavender, a fig, and just some catnip. Unfortunately a couple of dead snake plants in the back there. I left them in total darkness when I went away to Japan, so that wasn't great. And here we have some blueberries that I picked up from Bunnings the other day, and some strawberries just behind those. I'd like to put them all together in a pot. So now we'll just take a walk around the house and I'll show you where I want to actually transport these plants. So you can see that we have this gravelled area here. The window, to be honest, I don't have that open very often because the TV is right there. It's quite a large TV, I have nowhere else to put it. So I think this is going to be a great spot for the columnar apple trees. And then coming around to the back here, you can see that I'm not sure if it's the current landlord or the previous owner, but he put all these pavers for some reason, so I'm just going to place the peaches on there. They do need to be quite low because I do open this window. So the first thing we're doing is using this Yates liquid copper fungicide. So I have my spray here, and it says we need 5 ml per litre.
What did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward. can rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening?
Well, as you can probably tell from my face, it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I managed to move all the peach trees, the apple trees, and I even ended up moving the citrus trees. So there was a bit more room around the side than I thought. And then I just left 3 trees in each of the gap between the pittosporums, so that actually worked out quite nicely. This is the black boy peach tree. I don't know why it's called that. If you're not familiar with it, it's a brown skinned furry peach. Doesn't look very appetizing, but when you break it open it's got like this really crimson red flesh and red juice, so whenever you eat it you pretty much look like a vampire with juice all dripping down your chin. But they are by far the best peaches that you can get. As you can probably tell, it is a full-size peach tree, so I don't even know if this is ever going to fruit until I can move to a place where I can put it in the ground. But this was just grown from a pit, so it's just really an experiment. You can see that I've got this spare grow bag. I'm going to transplant the tree from the pot into the grow bag. Over here, this is the Liberty apple, and on this side I've just got a lemon tree left, and around here a mandarin, a lime tree, maybe bear's lime, Tahitian lime, something like that, a columnar apple tree, another lime that got pretty well destroyed, so I had to cut it right back, a fig tree. It's never done anything. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It's never fruited. All it seems to do is like send out new tips like this every spring and grow a bit longer, so I don't know what that's about. A new columnar apple that I just picked up, and then 2 more columnar apples. Around this side we have a apricot, and then all along here are dwarf peaches and nectarines. So it's actually cooling down, so I think I'm only going to do one more thing today. I'm just going to repot this plant. changed my mind. I am going to do a little bit of weeding. Make a good salad tomorrow. Well, as you can see, I ended up doing all of the weeding, and it is looking so much better. Okay, well, it's the next day and I have everything I need behind me to fix up these fruit trees. So today we're going to be fertilizing, topping with compost and pea straw, and then hopefully at the end of the day I'll get some time to plant some blueberries and just tidy up the rest of the pots as well. Everything is a little bit of a mess at the moment. There's a tomcat that's been hanging around and he actually sprayed the pea straw, so I had to spray it all down with some water to get rid of the smell because it really distresses my female spayed cat. So we have some chicken manure, some citrus food, a tiny bit of fertilizer, and then about 1.5 bags of compost. There's also some potting mix back there and the pea straw, so that should be all we need to do what we need to do. So I'm just going to start off by putting in some chicken and sheep pellets, as well as a tiny bit of fertilizer. I don't have much left. Annoyingly, I could only find one glove, but at least one's better than nothing.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night.
I've run out of fertilizer already, so that's done. I do have some citrus fertilizer that I can add to the citrus trees and the blueberries, so that's good.
As we shout from the top, we're gonna be.
Okay, next up, we're just going to dress with some compost, then give a dousing of some seaweed, plant tonic, top with pea straw, and that'll be it for the trees, except for a watering, of course. So this last bit of compost is actually quite wet, so I think I'm just going to cut it open and scoop it out that way rather than getting my arms all dirty. And then I guess just try and drag it around the backyard. We'll see how well that works out.
We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep.
So you can see I'm really not putting too much. It's just a light topping. And I've just realised that I've forgotten about the citrus fertilizer. So once I finish with compost, I'll come around and just put a little bit of citrus fertilizer on all of the citrus trees before moving on to the seaweed. This is you can see that garden pine compost. Quite a different consistency. Where the other one was all black and I guess mostly just decomposed plant matter. This one has lots more bark in it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Wow. If you notice any of this growth coming up from the bottom of your tree, I forget what they're called, maybe like suckers or pops or something, I'm not sure. Oh, I still got that. That's not good. I have to cut that off soon. You should remove these because they just drain energy from the tree. So I'll have to come back with my secateurs and cut it off soon. So it says to mix 30 ml per 9 litres, and this is 9 litres. 3 capfuls. Finally, pea straw. This is the mess that I now need to clean up. I didn't think that I would get to plant these blueberries today, but it's such a nice afternoon that I figured I should use the sun while it lasts because it's going to be raining the next few days. So I have those 2 blueberries, and then I have 4 different little strawberries that I'm just going to plant around the outside. And I'm going to use 2 of these pots, self-watering pots, to do so. Okay, I'm done. I tried to create a matting of pea straw around the strawberries and the blueberries without smothering them, but I did a pretty terrible job of it. I'm just going to water over top so it mats down a little bit more, and that'll be it. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, just hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.